Okay, guys, here is breaking news. I'm reading it. Actually, it's not completely breaking. This was posted yesterday. It's in the Times of Israel. I think one or two of the other watchmen have already spoken on this. I'm going to read you the article. Rouhani warns war with Iran will be the mother of all wars, then calls for peace. Iranian President Hassan Rouhani warned Tuesday that a war with his country, would be the mother of all wars, and he called for peace as well. You don't make a threat and call for peace. They want war. They have wanted war for a long time. We're the great Satan. We have to be destroyed. Israel is the scum of the earth. They have to be destroyed. And they say they even have this in their schools. Peace with Iran is the mother of all peace. War with Iran is the mother of all wars, Rouhani said, according to the Reuters news agency. He also referred to Britain's seizing off Gibraltar of an Iranian tanker suspected of carrying oil to war-torn Syria in violation of EU sanctions. A strait for a strait. It can't be that the Strait of Hormuz is free for you and the Strait of Gibraltar is not free for us, Rouhani said. Well, if you're doing something wrong, it's not free for you. Rouhani also said Tehran wanted talks with Washington, but the United States must first lift sanctions it imposed on the Islamic Republic. The Islamic Republic of Iran favors talks and negotiations, and if the U.S. really wants to talk, before anything else, it should lift all sanctions, he said in remarks aired live on state television. Rouhani, speaking at the foreign ministry after meeting with his top diplomat, Mohammad Javad Zarif, said Iran was ready for talks regardless of whether or not the U.S. remained party to Tehran's landmark nuclear deal with world powers. Whether they want to come into the JCPOA or not, it's up to them, said Rouhani, referring to the 2015 nuclear deal known formally as the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action. The Iranian foreign minister on Monday confirmed reports that he had turned down an offer from the U.S. senator to meet President Donald Trump at the White House. So they want talks, but they don't want to meet and talk. This is all dumb. It's because they don't want peace. They want war. Tensions between Iran and the United States have soared since Trump announced last year that the U.S. was withdrawing from the deal and began reimposing sanctions against the Islamic Republic. This is the deal that Obama had created, and it was meant to bring us down. The nuclear deal set limits on Iran's nuclear program in exchange for the removal of punitive economic sanctions. Drones have been downed and tankers seized by Iranian authorities or mysteriously attacked in Gulf waters, while Britain has detained the Iranian tanker off Gibraltar. At the height of the crisis, Trump called off airstrikes against Iran at the last minute in June after the Islamic Republic's forces shot down a U.S. drone. Further ratcheting up tensions, Iran said on Sunday its forces had seized a foreign tanker carrying smuggled fuel in what would be the third such seizure in less than a month in Gulf waters, a conduit for much of the world's crude oil. Last month, the Iranian Revolutionary Guard said it had impounded the Panama-flagged MT Raya for alleged fuel smuggling, as well as the British-flagged Steno Imperio for breaking international maritime rules. In response to such incidents, the U.S. has been seeking to form a coalition dubbed Operation Sentinel to guarantee freedom of navigation in the Gulf. Last month, Britain, while still led by former Prime Minister Theresa May, proposed a European-led maritime protection force. But both plans struggle to find partners, with European countries believed to be reluctant to be dragged into a conflict. Germany said on Monday that it was currently not in favor of joining an American-led coalition. Well, Germany's in league with them anyway, and Macron and all them. Macron is like really good friends with those guys. Meanwhile, the U.S. continues to target Iran economically while holding out the prospect of possible talks. It imposed sanctions against Zarif under the same sanctions already applied to Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, targeting any assets he has in America and squeezing his ability to travel. So it's moving up. It's gaining momentum. We're about to go into a war. There is no getting around this. There's no, debating this. They have so much now invested. I told you guys in the first couple of videos, there is so much invested now in these troop movements and in this prospect of war and this declaration of destruction of Israel and the U.S., that there's no pulling back out of this now. It literally will take an act of God to cause all this to go back, settle down. Could that happen? It's possible. Will it happen? Highly unlikely. We're on a steamroll right now. The snowball is huge and it's still rolling downhill, and it's going to culminate in the end of the tribulation. But this is going to happen. It's just a matter of when it happens. Iran doesn't want to fire the first shot because they don't want people to look at them and go, "Oh, look what you did." Iran is doing things to try to trigger someone else to fire the first shot. And when they do, then they go, "Oh, we're justified. Nobody can point fingers at us." They're cowards. They want to claim that they stand for something, but they want somebody else to start to fight. That way they can be without blame. And as soon as somebody gets mad and fires a shot, then everything's going to fall apart. Iran, Russia, Turkey, Syria, Libya, Saudi Arabia, everybody's going to launch. Everybody's going to go launch. Maybe even us. Will it end in a nuclear conflict worldwide? Don't know. It may. I don't know. But we know for one thing for sure that the stuff that the Bible refers to, there will be some form of worldwide catastrophe. Whether it's going to be natural, economic, war, something is going to happen. But this is just another sign in that long list of signs that tell us we're in the end times. So I'll give you guys as much news as I can when I get it. I have some things I have to go take care of, some errands to run. But as soon as I get something, I'll jump in here and I'll put it on to keep you guys abreast of what's going on. I've been watching the volcanoes on live streams a lot here lately. A lot of volcanoes are doing some silly things, some weird things. Nothing real major yet, but I keep thinking there's going to be a major eruption here pretty soon somewhere. So it's just a matter of time. I love you guys. I bless you all in Jesus' name. Look up. It's almost time. It can't be far off from here now. See you guys in the next video.